Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Hadu, Moose's On and Off Again twin flame. Guys, I am still working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube, adding my commentary so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. But I can assure you that I'm staying on top of everything happening within Carbonation. Y'all, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Okay, guys, let's get into this video.
You see, my whole point of this is to extend understanding, extend affirmation of the understanding that I feel like we know we fall victim to, we sometimes succumb to. And I want to share a bit of my personal experience. I want to share my experience because I teach through my experience. Our biggest teacher is our experience.
Y'all, let's just be honest, okay? Let's just keep it real. What can Hadu teach anybody? She's talking about she teach from her experiences. Girl, take several seats.
Teach through my experience. Our biggest teacher is our experience. So, in my latest video I posted, talking about sitting in a state of self, sitting with self and being able to go within and reflect on your past and extend yourself understanding, compassion, love on levels unmatched, only touched and matched and reflected upon you by Source. The understanding that Source has had for you all along before you made the decisions and mistakes that you made. See, what I've come to understand is that it's our perception, right? In a moment of us perceiving what's happening in our reality, we instantly enter a primary state of judgment. Judgment being bestowed upon us and the judgment that we're bestowing upon what we're witnessing. Perception. Now, I want to reason this with you guys through my own personal experience. Say long time no see, you know. You're calling on this energy, where is this energy that used to be with me, right? Well, let me share something with you guys. It's my biggest takeaway. My biggest takeaway through my experience in this chapter, this most previous chapter of my life, about perception and what it does to relationships, what it does to us within ourselves, what it does to our relationship with our reality and Source. When we perceive something, we are then choosing. We're choosing how we're going to perceive it, how it's going to resonate with us, how we're going to respond to it, what we're going to project onto it. All in a moment of perception. And we respond out of that perception, even if we haven't reasoned, and 9 times out of 10, we haven't reasoned it to its most holistic point, right? So, example. In the marriage I was in, I'm not getting on here to gossip, y'all. I'm getting on here to extend y'all an understanding of what we do to ourselves, right? In the marriage I was in, there was a lot of light dancing with the dark. There were a lot of things being said and being told to me. And as I look back and reason on these things and reflect on what was being said to me and what was being told to me that made me feel less than, that made me see myself in the light of what I was being perceived as and being told that I was. No matter what. And I let these projections of energy into myself suppress me, suppress my subconscious on levels in which where I started to become that. I started to see that within myself. I look at myself and I can only see that, right? So these negative things about myself were constantly being created and told to me. And we've all experienced this, not just in relationships, you know?
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
So reasoning within my experience, and it wasn't just within this one relationship. This has happened throughout the entirety of all of our lives. You know what I mean? With parents, friends. And it's really about how naive or how allowing or how perceptive are you really? You understand? So attachment comes into play when we're talking about this, right? So if I'm dealing with somebody that I hold at a high state within my personal hierarchy, you know, I give this attachment to this energy. I honor this attachment to this energy, and I take on what is being said to me as truth. And why do I take on what's being said to me as truth? Well, because I don't trust my own perception of self. I don't trust the perception that source has showed me, that source has projected me into. But we learn, right? So as I'm receiving these things being told about me, my perception, my choice of perception is, this must be true. Of course, right? Of course, we want to fight. We want to fight whatever is said to us that is uncomfortable or that is negative. But I went as a step farther to take myself so deep into these complexities, you know, of understanding, to say, well, I'm not going to approach this with my ego first. I tried. But if this is constantly being told to me by energy that I hold next to God, that I worship, my God, mine, then I need to pay attention to it. So in that, I'm receiving these things with the perception that this may be true. I'm perceiving these things with the perception that this is how the world perceives me. So then how do I respond to that? I overlook all that has been shown to me. I overlook all that I've shown myself. I overlook all that I can see, all that I can feel, all that I know. And I move in an energy of what I chose, what I made the decision to perceive. So this is what I mean. Perceive in a way that was not good for me, that was unholistic, that was imbalanced. So when I say judgment is bestowed upon us in our moment of perception, judgment in both ways. Judgment bestowed upon us because of how we perceive, and the judgment that we bestow upon what we're receiving, who we're receiving it from, what we're receiving it from. And you succumb to that. We succumb to it because we hold too much attachment to a few things. We hold too much attachment to what we're supposed, to what society makes us feel we're supposed to be attached to what we feel like we're supposed to be committed to in certain type of ways. And we allow ourselves to take the back burner. We allow what we know, how we feel, what we've been shown, to take the back burner to all that is and all that is constant. So what's constant in my reality, what I'm constantly perceiving every day, what I have came to within myself with Source, I'm now allowing, by my simple, ignorant choice of perception, choosing to perceive this as truth, or choosing to perceive this as something negative, choosing this to perceive this as something that is hurting me, choosing to perceive this as something that is breaking me down, allowing it to break me down, allowing myself to live and exist within these realms day in and day out, fear, insecurity. The woman is wounded in their insecurity. Know that. And let me tell you, I give the greatest gratitude for my experience, for the simple purpose of you can't understand and you can't teach. You can't grow from what you haven't experienced, what you don't know, what you've never been put through. So as Daughter Earth, as the black woman, as Hadu, the divine feminine, as all woman, I had to experience the levels of devalue of the black woman. I not only had to experience all levels of degrading and the degrading and the devaluing of the black woman and the degeneration of the black woman, I had to allow myself to become that. I allowed myself to become it. I allowed myself to become that.
Is what she's saying making any sense to y'all? Because it ain't making no kind of sense to me, y'all. The only thing that I could gather is that she's blaming herself for the fact that Nubian, aka Musa, aka Dalen, told her that he had to look at her at a certain angle to find her attractive. That's the only thing I could draw inference from by what she's saying.
I allowed myself to become it. I allowed myself to become that. I seen myself as ugly. I seen myself as just that. I allowed myself to put myself in such a state of fear that when I'm out in public, I think that everybody sees the most weirdest thing they've ever seen. When I speak and when I open my mouth, I believe that I sound slow. When I am walking, when I am moving, when I am dancing, when I'm feeling myself, when I'm happy, when I am one with self in one moment, in one split second, I remind myself, I take myself out of that state. I remind myself that I'm less than what I'm feeling at this point, so maybe I should calm down. I convinced myself that all that I feel, all that Source has shown me that I deserve, that is for me, all these urges, these feelings, these visions, y'all, I get these visions, okay? I get these visions, not just these villains, they come in waves of urges. It almost feel like an orgasm coming on, and it starts at at my root chakra, and it flows up my body, and when it gets to my head, it's like, oh shit, I'm there. I'm here right now. I'm in the future that I've always manifested. I can smell the air. I can taste this taste in my mouth that I've never tasted before. I can feel the state of my being. I can feel the love of my life. I can feel the creation of what we have created. I can feel everything that I want to be, everything that Source sees me as. I can see myself in the physical reality of it. And let me tell you, I allowed myself y'all, because we so funny, right? I allow myself to question that, to question Source, to question myself because of what was told to me constantly, and which I perceived it as everything but what it was. I allowed myself to question the realms of knowledge that Source has orchestrated so divinely to show me so clearly, to be able to teach, to be able to live, to be able to stand on. I questioned if not just my physical, right? It's beyond the physical. But guess what? We exist in the physical, right? So because of these things that I'm being told, and that's why I say the attachment is so important, because when you hold something to a high attachment, when you feel like, if this doesn't approve of me, then I am not approvable. If this doesn't love me, then I am unlovable. If this doesn't see me, then I am invisible. When we feel that way, we give all of our power away. I finally understand that you should keep a little for yourself. You understand? Coming out of realms of questioning now, like, good Lord, is there anybody in this earth who can understand, who can realize what the fuck I feel, who can see not only me for what I truly am, but uplift me in that? Am I just not worthy of it? Because the trick of it, like, when I'm manifesting and I'm asking and I'm begging for this certain energy, and this certain energy that I get comes through, or this certain energy that I've been manifesting, I get a fruition of it, but it's not what I expected it to do. It's not treating me the way I deemed it to treat me, right? So now I'm falling victim to the state of mind that this is what I deserve. This is exactly what I deserve. This is what I am meant to be being told right now. This is the truth that I need to face. However, I didn't take it one chakra higher, right?
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
Is it what I deserve? Or is it showing me what I don't deserve? Because what didn't I do? I didn't stay in that state. I didn't keep allowing that. I didn't keep putting myself back through that. And I have to be careful because, like I said, our perception is when judgment is bestowed upon us instantaneously. Boom. Upon our reality. So if I perceive this negative energy as righteous for me, all this negativity, I'm going to take it on and I'm going to feel like it's in a righteous light. I'm going to take it on and I'm going to believe it to be true. And I'm going to suffer to it and I'm going to wither away to it. because of what? Because of my lack of self. Because of my own trust issues in myself and my purpose and my connection with source. In my beauty and my power, my skill, talent and ability. In my knowing that I am that I am. In my knowing that I am everything. I am all things. I am more than enough for this world. I am a physical projection of Mama. Please do not fall victim to your lack of self, because then you will fall victim to your own perception, and you will continue to create. You will continue to create your own hell, your own chaos. You will continue to create your own lack of understanding. You will continue to project manifestations into fruition of that there. And trust, you're going to have the opportunity to do it, to reverse it. We get stuck in that. And we get stuck in that because The basics, you know, even in math, things that are so simple, we make it so hard. The basics, we turn into complexities. When it's all just a matter of how dense are you? How hurt are you? I had to realize that all these insecurities I had been living with before this point in time and space and matter where they're being magnified. Right? So what I choose to do, how I choose to rewrite that moment of perception, I understand, and how I'm going to continue to respond from it. How I'm going to respond to it moving forward. I'm going to hold my space in time and matter because it's unmovable. It's unmovable because it's source affirmed and guided and discerned. I'm going to continue to love me. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to grow me. I will never ever question out of the lack of my own thereof, out of lack within my own imbalance in my perception. I will not continue to create the same cycle. And this isn't about me or my hurt. This isn't about my relationship. This isn't about none of that. No. This is about what we as humans fall victim to, day in and day out. We condemn ourselves every day, because every opportunity to perceive something is an opportunity of free will where we get to make a choice on how we react to it and extend and project that reality that energy into our reality. And let's see how quickly we can correct that cycle. We always make somebody else the problem before we make it ourselves. And then we make ourselves too much of the problem. See,
Y'all, I'm sorry, but I needed a little break from Hadu because the more I listen to her, the more confused I become.
We make ourselves too much of the problem. See, this energy that I was dealing with, there wasn't nothing wrong with them. There wasn't nothing wrong with them that isn't wrong with everybody in some way, shape, or form. Within even my own self. This energy I'm dealing with was only being what it could be. With its own state of self to me. That's it. It's not my job to condemn them or uplift them in that. It's my job to condemn myself or uplift myself in how I perceive them and react to that.
All right, y'all. So I am back with another great read. This is the Goddess Affirmation book authored by Janae. Some of you may know her as Nateri. She is an ex-Carbonation member, and she has authored this amazing book. The book is available on Amazon.com. Just search for the Goddess Affirmation book, authored by Janae Newell.
And react to that. That's it. That's all I want y'all to hear. That's all I want y'all to know. This ain't about love. No, this ain't about hurt feelings. No. This is about evolving, releasing, integrating. It's about the fact that, nigga, you create every fucking second of your day. I'm looking at this fucking chair right now, and I just formed a judgment on it. I'm perceiving this chair right now. And the way I'm perceiving it is the way I'm going to react to this chair. I think this chair is nice. I don't want to fuck it up, so I'm going to treat it with care. I think this chair has been being mean to me. I think this chair can be better to me than it is. So fuck this chair. I'm going to throw it over the balcony. You see what I mean? when this chair was being all it could be to me for what this chair is, for all it has to give. I wish I would have just used that shit in the beginning. We didn't even have to go through this whole live. Understand that. Understand that. So now I got this relationship with this chair, and it's all, no matter what this chair gives to me, it's all based off of how I respond to this motherfucking chair. How do I accept this chair? How do I understand this chair? If this chair is not suiting me, thank you, chair, for showing me that I have higher expectations of myself. I'm still going to treat you with love and respect because you're a projection of me no matter what state that you are acting in. I'm grateful for your state of being, chair. I'm grateful for your affirmation of you. I'm grateful for the remembrance of another piece of me. Thank you. Thank you for this experience that you have just shared with me, chair. Come on now, like, if we were able to look at our shit on a timeline before we hopped in this bitch, before we came down into this physical realm and we were split into duality and we were taken away from our masculine and our feminine half that we trying so hard to fucking get back to. If we were able to look at our timeline stretched out and we could see how shit flow and we could see how we always motherfucking win, right? As long as we do our part, we can see how we always win. We can see how this person was meant to teach us this for this amount of time, and then you're supposed to go here, and then you're supposed to go there, and you're going to be taught this by this person for that.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Then we would come down in this bitch and we would be chilling. We get so attached to these moments and energies and time and space and matter that is nothing but ourselves. Why not just experience it? I'm talking to myself, okay? Why not just experience it for what it is? When it's giving you fun, then enjoy the shit. When it's abusing you, when it's abusing its own power, then leave. When the contract has come to an end, let it end. Simple. And be grateful. Only give your best. Only give from your most purest, most sincerest state. No matter what nobody else is choosing to be or become or do. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this experience. I had so much fucking fun. I have integrated with levels and parts of myself that I've never touched before in this lifetime. I've just remembered more of the code to my programming to rewrite the shit that I need to rewrite. I've just been able to raise myself and everyone else in my life to a certain expectation. I've been able to, for the umpteenth time in my motherfucking life, die and resurrect my motherfucking self, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and fucking physically. I'm grateful. Another chance and opportunity to prove myself to myself. Why would I not be grateful? It's so simple. How we choose to perceive something is everything is going to be to us, nigga. Y'all, I'm grateful. Thank y'all for taking this time. Alright? I need y'all to remember that. And I'm gonna be here to constantly be an example of that. Period. I do. On everything.
Y'all, in the interest of working smarter and not harder, I have put together 2 flashbacks of Hadou. Now let's get into the next video. It's relatively short.
Trust issues. Everybody dealing with trust issues. Everyone has trust issues. Anything that is holding someone back is rooted in trust issues. Holding them back from growing, holding them back from healing, holding them back from loving, understanding, or accepting. Trust issues. Lack of trust within self. Lacking trust within your own purpose, your own power, your skill, talent, and ability. Lack and trust of source and the fact that...
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
What Source divinely orchestrates will always come to fruition. And what you feel is for you will not, cannot be taken from you. And it's so simple, but we make it hard. We make it hard as soon as we understand that it's up to us. That it's up to us to make this choice, to break this cycle, to break this pattern, to break this habit of ignorance, of lack of self. To be able to integrate with yourself, what? Reflect on your past. Take yourself through your experience and extend yourself understanding, forgiveness, and the love that Source had for you all along. Through that, understanding your purpose and understanding that you cannot do anything but fulfill that you are meant to fulfill. And in that, you will find great peace and the ability to trust.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.